There's a moment just before it happens. In the noise of the stadium, the shouts of teammates, the pressure of a defender's breath, there's a moment of perfect silence. It happens not in the ears, but in the mind of the player who sees what others don't. Most players see a defense and see a solid wall. They see 2 rows of 4 and assume the only way around is, well, around. They settle for this safe U-shape, passing from fullback to center back to fullback. It's possession without purpose. But the elite don't see walls. They see fracture points. A line-breaking pass is more than just a ball through a gap. It is a structural shatter. It is a single action that deletes 4, 5, or 6 opponents from the game in less than a second. It's not about the power of the shot or the height of the lead. It's about intellect. It's the pass that dismantles an entire defensive structure in a single, cutting motion. For years, it seemed like a gift, a secret language only the maestros understood. But what if it wasn't just magic? What if there was a blueprint? It is the most efficient weapon in the hunt for the goal. Today, we are breaking down the secret blueprint of the line-breaking pass. We are exploring the eye-line manipulation, the velocity threshold, and the vertical corridor. We are moving away from crossing and toward line surgery. We're going to decode the art and science of the line-breaking pass. This isn't just about kicking a ball between 2 opponents. This is about developing the vision, the technique, and the courage to consistently see and execute the pass that changes everything. Consider this your personal guide into the mind of a playmaker. The blueprint is open. Before we can break the lines, we must understand what the lines are. Defenses don't just stand around. They organize into units, into lines. Think of it like a fortress. The first wall, the forward or midfield pressing, the main wall, the compact defensive block, usually for defenders and 4 midfielders in 2 tight horizontal stripes. And the gates between them, those are the vertical lanes and half spaces. To break a line, you must first freeze it. A defensive line moves as a single organism based on where you are looking. If you look at your winger, the defensive block shifts toward that winger. This is the hunt for the visual anchor. To execute the blueprint, you must master eye-line manipulation. You use your head and hips to sell a wide pass. You force the defenders to commit their momentum to the flank. A line-breaking pass is simply any pass that travels through one of these organized lines of opposition players, negating them entirely. The most common targets? Breaking the midfield line, playing from your defenders directly to your forwards' feet while skipping the opposing midfielders. Breaking the defensive line, the holy grail, playing a pass from midfield through the back 4 into the path of your runner. This doesn't just beat players, it beats the entire system. But here's the secret of the blueprint. You don't break lines with the pass itself. You break them with your eyes and your mind, long before your foot ever meets the ball. This is the marker of an elite playmaker. While the defense is sliding wide, a vertical shadow opens in the center. Because you have manipulated their eyes, their feet are out of position to react. You are coiled, waiting for that exact moment when the gap is at its widest, and then you strike against the grain. A line-breaking pass cannot be soft. Soft passes are intercepted. Soft passes are friction. To break a professional line, the ball must reach a specific velocity threshold. It must move faster than a defender can stick out a leg, yet arrive with enough soft tissue for your teammate to control it. This is the weight protocol. You don't just kick the ball, you punch it through the grass. You aim for the back foot of your teammate. Why the back foot? Because it forces your teammate to turn into the next line of attack. This is the dominant use of power. You are using the ball's velocity to dictate the next move. You aren't just giving them the ball, you are giving them the momentum to finish the job. This is the most important habit you will ever develop. Scanning. It's your radar system. Watch Cruz, Bruno Fernandes, Luka Modric, Bernardo Silva. Before they even receive the ball, their head is on a swivel. Check their shoulders. They see the opponent's shape. They locate their target. By the time the ball arrives at their feet, the game is no longer happening around them. It is happening inside a 3D map in their mind. They have already made the decision. Your training starts without a ball. Exercise 1, the 180-degree scan. When you are about to pass, force yourself to take a snapshot of everything behind you. Who's pressing? Where's the space? Exercise 2, the trigger scan. The moment a teammate is about to play a pass to you, that's your trigger to look up and forward. Know your options before you receive. Your goal is to move from reactive thinking of, I have the ball, now what? To proactive thinking of, I will get the ball, and I will play it there. This mental map is the foundation of the entire blueprint. Now, with the map in your mind, we execute. This comes down to two technical pillars. First, body orientation. You must receive the ball in a position to break the line. This means receiving on the half turn. Don't let the ball stop your momentum. Guide it across your body. Second, the pass itself. Not all line-breaking passes are created. The technique you use depends on the distance and traffic between you and the target. The driven pass. Use your laces for power to lock your ankle. Strike through the center of the ball and follow through toward your target. This is for splitting lines when you need the ball to stay on the ground and arrive quickly, like De Bruyne's signature dashes through defenders. The curve pass. Open your body slightly. Use the inside of your foot and wrap your foot around the ball. This adds bend to arc the ball around a defender's reach. Think of the no-look passes that seem to orbit opponents. The lofted pass. For longer distances, use a controlled chip. Lean back, strike under your laces, and let it float over the defensive line. Every defensive line has seams. These are the spaces between the left back and the left center back, or the two holding midfielders. Most players wait for these seams to open. The elite playmaker forces them open. This is the corridor protocol. You use a teammate's decoy run to pull a defender just 2 yards out of their slot. That 2-yard deviation is all the blueprint requires. This is the marker of spatial awareness. You are passing into the future space, the spot where your teammate will be in 1 second and where the defender cannot be. You are threading the needle through the invisible seams of the game's geometry. What happens after the line is broken? This is where the blueprint becomes extremely lethal. This is the hunt for the follow-up. The player who made the pass must immediately move into a support shadow. You have broken the line. Now you must collapse the structure. By moving into a secondary position, you ensure that if the first pass is contested, you are there to win the second ball. This is the dominant mindset. You don't just throw the punch. You stay in the pocket to finish the fight. But technique is nothing without precision. Practice hitting specific targets, a trash can, a cone, a teammate's moving shadow. Always pass to where the receiver will be, not where they are. Anticipate their run. A line-breaking pass is a partnership. You're threading a needle while your teammate times their sprint. Here's the truth. Line-breaking passes are high risk. For every highlight reel assist, there's a turnover that led to a goal against. So, how do the greats decide when to pull the trigger? 3 questions to ask in real time. Is the reward worth the risk? If your team is up 1-0 in the 85th minute, maybe you recycle possession. If you're chasing a goal, be bold. Do I have defensive cover? If your fullback is overlapping, who's covering the space behind you? Never gamble unless your team can handle a turnover. Can my teammate actually reach it? If your winger is marked by Usain Bolt, even a perfect pass is a wasted one. The courage to try and the wisdom to know when is what separates the good from the legendary. A line is only a suggestion. To the one who holds the blueprint, it is an invitation. It's not just a skill, it's a statement. It says, I see the game differently. It turns defenders into spectators and pitches into canvases. But remember, even Pirlo, Xavi, Modric, Bruno Fernandes, and De Bruyne started somewhere. They failed. They learned. They tried again. So, take this blueprint. Manipulate the eyes. Hit the velocity. Find the seams. And manage the fallout. Train your eyes. Train your feet. And most of all, train your mind to believe that you can be the architect of those moments of silence. The ones that leave stadiums breathless. When you master the protocol of the line-breaking pass, you stop being a midfielder and you start being the surgeon. This has been the protocol for the secret blueprint of the line-breaking pass. Surely the Premier League misses the surgical power of Kevin De Bruyne. Let us admit it. Thanks for watching. Now go rewrite the game. Stay coiled. Stay dominant.